What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph, aka Joker, and as you know, Pokemon released their first ever DLC for Pokopia about a week and a half ago, and I just wanted to make a video and highlight all the progress I've made, the Pokemon I've found, what I've done to what is normally known as Cerulean City. Under the sea this time. So as you can see here, my house is, in this area, is the Sharpedo, the Sharpedo Torpedo, I call it. I have some of the ornate stuff, a heat rock, which, as I'm under the sea in a submarine, kind of is fitting, because as you know, they get cold. And then over here, I have like the little antique thing with the music box, which I think is pretty cool. And then going outside, I have it right above the town square looking area. I've kind of just started to build it out. I did not realize when I was planning it that the Dugong Tower fountain would be so tall, but I love how you can have little Pokemon like Mudkip or Totodile kind of sleep inside. I'll take a picture there. It looks really nice. Oh, and it's a photo op. How nice. And it gives me a new frame. So, but yeah, I just really like how they do that. That's a nice little feature with these little submarines, and I don't know how. It's kind of blocked by my camera right here, but Mudkip moved himself in at some point. I don't know how he did that, but he's a welcome addition. And then as we float down, I've kind of just started to place Pokemon around. I believe I'm around the 25 Pokemon mark for this area. 30 out of the 50, which is better than I thought. If you look at this, there's still a couple, quite a bit that I need to find, including Phione, which is going to be a pain, as to this day, with my luck, I still have not found Raikou, Suicune, Entei, or Mewtwo in any of the Cloud Islands. But here we have Totodile and Clamperl and Stunfisk and Frillish, and we have Swampert and Feraligatr over here chilling by the house. Starmie, Wugtrio, all the homies are here. I've kind of just congregated them in this area. Over here, this house is the next one I'm gonna build. Rebuild, I should say. This one finished this morning, and I actually opened it up before the video, so no Pokemon have moved in yet, but I'm looking to move some of them in. I've went through and I've redone all the tile in the area and redone all the stairs for the most part. There's a couple like right here that are still kind of messed up. I have the little watermelon farm that I've been focused on rebuilding. These actually spawn really fast. I've noticed that as long as Corsola and then a Pokemon with bubble, like Mudkip, Totodile, the water ability, or yeah, the bubble ability, water, is nearby, within about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can have more watermelons. So there's a really good possibility to have a really good watermelon farm as long as you use one of those automated ways to kind of farm them like I have set up in other areas. Coming over here, I rebuilt the ornate, I believe this is the ornate house, I believe. And I'm gonna have some Pokemon move in there. As you can see, recently I finished, excavating, I guess you could say, the Cerulean City gym, which was entirely underwater. And then let's get some honey out. I have brought back Misty Starmie to her gym. I found all the Pokeballs throughout the area, and I brought her Starmie back. And he's crying for some reason. I don't know, I guess he's happy. But he's having a good time. Back in his home, missing Misty. Over here, you'll notice, just going back around the little town circle, that I've set up a little base here so far. There's some grass Pokemon to spawn, some spawn areas right there, and then I think it's called the capsule, the portal pod. The portal pod has actually been really helpful. I don't think you get it until Pallet Town level 7, area level 7, though you can take a picture of it and 3D print it inside of the Pokemon centers, which is what I did. And now I have a portal pod in each of my areas. And the items in here may seem random, but they're things that I've been working on, so that's why. And then I have things in here that I need in any area, like a couple of the dolls that I've been using to get certain materials. I've kind of started to just put these here until I have time to organize the rest of the area. Over here, we have... Feebas is still in all the Pokemon centers, though we do have... If she'll spawn it? Milotic! From the new event that they're doing right now with all of the scales and everything. It's been really fun. As you can see, I have the Milotic here on her little beach volleyball court underwater, which don't ask me how that works, but I guess it does. And then Feebas, for when he's done at the Pokemon centers, I'm going to move him here as well. And then I've kind of just continued cleaning up this area. I haven't gotten to rebuilding these houses yet. I haven't had terribly too much time to play. Yet that restaurant, I'll probably tear it down. And then what's really nice is about these houses, you don't have to get the materials. You can, or you can do what I've done and find like the supermarket one. And then for the supermarket over there, just tear it down and in its spot have it rebuilt without having to spend all the materials to get all the items. It's really nice in my opinion. And then coming over here, I'll take you on a little tour to the Pokemon Center first. Up here, I've fixed the stairs. I still need to fix those walls. This game honestly really makes me feel like it's a really big time sink, and like I always get on to play for a certain excuse. I'm gonna play Pokopia to do this. And then I walk around and I find something and I'm like, oh my gosh, this wall needs to be fixed. And then I'll fix that wall, and then next time I'll go, oh, that wall got fixed. I'm gonna actually go back and do that. Now there's another thing. But right here, we have the Pokemon Center fixed. I do like the look of this Pokemon Center on the outside, even though it is a little simple. And then I haven't rebuilt this yet, but down underneath in the dark areas, I do want to touch on those. After I hit on the water temple up here. This water temple was pretty cool to build. I initially tried to build some stuff here in this area and was quite surprised when it said you can't build here for now, not knowing that the story was literally going to take up this entire area. I do really like the architecture that they used on this, and I'll show you a little trick. If you spin around your joystick, you fall right to, let me do that again for better viewing. But if you spin around on the joystick, it has you do this little spin down to the bottom of the ocean thing, which I think is really cool. The inside of this is where Manaphy spawned, and up there. And I do really like the Roman architecture inspiration of this. It's very Atlantean, Greco-Roman, and it's really nice to see like these pillars as items in Pokopia now. Don't murder me if they were in before. There's so many things to find. Malamar's over here. Oh, surprise! There's a new Pokemon. I think this is going to be Luminion. No, Veluza. Okay. Well, I guess he is another one from this habitat that I don't have. So now I'm up to 31. We're getting close. I will be putting all these Pokemon into the gentrified projects. So we'll get there as we get there. But yeah. Now, I guess Veluza's in my Pokedex. Very fun to find. Cool. Overall, I have really been enjoying the DLC and the way that they did it. I'm not too excited about the second one and how it doesn't introduce a new area, just costumes. I really have my fingers crossed that we'll be getting another set of Pokemon with that, even if it's just 50 like this one. I feel like they've been doing really good with the consistency of a new event Pokemon that they've been adding. And I just hope that the second DLC doesn't leave it to just the first and second one to be giving us new Pokemon. I know Snubbull is there. I don't believe Snubble's in the main game, so I predict we will see at least 20 in the second DLC, but that remains to be seen. Overall, yeah, my thoughts on this DLC, I've really enjoyed it. I do think the Dark Depths is something that's a little underutilized. The areas are very small and not too enjoyable. But any day I can see Totodile swimming around right here behind Cloyster is an amazing day. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and be on the lookout for more videos. Peace. Have a good one.